Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're here on Doc's Trail in the Weiser Park area, state game lands with a Weiser. This is the Doc's Trail, and the dogs wanted to take the trail. Oh, it looks like somebody's sock. Somebody's sock? Pair of socks. Matter of fact, there's a pair of socks. And I'm just wondering if they didn't use them to wipe their bum. Somebody was out here and had to use the bathroom and then wiped their bum with their socks. Two different kinds of socks, though. Okay. Come on, you two. It's been a while since we've been out on a trail. Miss Precious just wants to sit in the car. Come on, let's go. I'm making her walk. I put their stuff on. Come on. Come on, young lady. You're going to do this. Just like I'm going to do it. And your brother. Over there is the creek. Down in there somewhere, there's a creek. Come on, quit watching me and get moving. See, now I'm having trouble with her. She don't want to go no further. Come on, let's go. Not like there's a bear out there gonna eat you up. Look at me like that. Yeah, you're okay. Oh, look at that. Look at those little mushroom type. That right there. Looks like somebody frayed some wood. What? You're okay. Some more mushrooms. There's a mushroom there. Mushroom back there. Some turkey tail on that twig stem. No, I can't even speak today. Come on, let's go. Mosquitoes are out. The sky is dark. Something was rooting there. Looked like a Kotex pitched behind a tree. Oh, what's over here? This is interesting. This is interesting. What is this? Look at that. Goes. There, you see the how it looks like it's masonry work, and it comes one. There's like three. 1, 2, 3, 4 ways, and it all comes here and intersects. Plus over here, there's some stone masonry. Maybe a small cabin, building. Maybe Doc's. Maybe this was Doc's cabin. And that's where he diverted the water, maybe? I don't know. It's all speculation. But it's kind of weird to have masonry like that. Oh, here we are. Doc Smith's Trail. Or Rattling Creek Trail. And now it says, no horses beyond this point. Which way do you want to go? Which way, precious? Okay, you're taking Doc's? You're going Doc's Trail? Which way you going? We're not going back the way we came, though. We're not going back the way we came. We're going that way. You two trying to get me tangled up now. Come on, let's go. Next time we'll take the other trail. Rattling Creek. Okay? I'm right behind you. Yep, slow walk. We're just walking. Yep, just slow walking. Dad forgot his tripod and other cameras. I'm behind you. The only thing really messing with me is the mosquitoes. down over the hill. You can hear it. Well, what are you doing? Let's go. You're not going back that way, precious. We're going forward. We are going forward. Oh wow, look at that mushroom. Bright as could be. Right there on that log. Can you guys tell me if that's edible or not? That mushroom there? Let's go. This is a short walk, Rocky. A short little hike. Yeah, this is going to be a short little hike. And then you guys will go back home, lay down, and sleep the rest of the day. While I make tacos. I need to get tortillas at the store. I think the road's right up there. There's Miss Precious. There she is. She's in frame now. She likes to trail behind, but we're not moving that fast today. We actually have taken this trail before and only did it halfway before. Oh, there used to be, I think, a log through here. That's why. A big log. That's what all the bark's from. Oh, there it is. There's that tree. See? There's that. Fell down and they cut it so people could get through with their mountain bikes. This is a mountain bike trail too. And they also bring horses on this trail. This is Doc's Trail. Doc Smith's Trail in the Weiser State Park. Or part of the Weiser area. While I'm out here, I'm looking for Bigfoot. Aren't we? Aren't we, Rocky? We're out here looking for Bigfoot and wildlife. Mr. Rocky, you keep pulling me. Go ahead. It's okay. I'm just telling your brother he's pulling me. Go. Come on. Where are you going, lady? I don't know why you keep insisting on turning around. Oh, there's a trail here. There's a little trail that goes up through there. Probably goes up across the road. But we're going to take this fully since I got Precious and Rocky out. I need to get them back into shape and myself in shape. Oh, look at this. Look at some of those mushrooms. We're at 17 minutes now. Alrighty. You let me know if... What was that? Okay, we'll keep moving. Because there are bears out here now. I seen one about about a half a year ago. When I walked them up here in one of the turkey reserve, there was a bear. I don't know if it was after the deer or the turkeys. Oh, wow, that's a nice sized mushroom. Something down there, Rocky. You going? What are you doing, bro? Go ahead. See, this one too was across the way, and they cut it. They cut it for them mountain bikers. We got another one that they didn't even bother. They're just jumping over it. This one. See? Made a little like stepping stone over it. They cut it in a V. Go ahead. Sun's coming out, kids. Rocky and Precious. The sun's coming out. We'll get to the main road and we'll walk back to the car. Better do this before we have our nuclear winter. A crow. Did you hear the crow, Rocky? Rocky don't like getting haircuts. I start and then he runs away. Precious, she'll just sit there and let me do one side and then flip her over and do the other side. But she won't let me do her butt. We're going uphill. Going uphill. Be a good place to poop. Huh, it's already a hole. We'll gradually go uphill. Can anybody give me any advice on fleas? What works? What really works? I mean, I sprayed vinegar on them. I used the store-bought stuff. I put hearts. The hearts. Put the hearts on the back of their shoulder blades and down their tail. That don't seem to work. What you listening for? Now they have me thinking there's somebody coming up behind us. The way they were looking. Kind of felt a presence too. Back there at that spot. One spot. I let Rocky off the leash, he'll be like way up there. If I let her off, she'll sit her butt down. That's when I need a backpack to put her in. She probably wouldn't like that none. That area looks a little cleared with the tree stumps falling. I mean, the trees that have fallen. Oh, mix up my words. I got a little sweat going on today. Yeah, just a little one. Oh, look at that puffball. They call those puffballs, but Rocky's just pulling me along. Yeah, behind you. See, they cut that section out. So it thins out, then it gets thick, where it blocks out the sun. Oh, tree roots. Nice big old gorge here. Here, like someone running. Oh, there's the road. So a truck should be back that way. If we wanted to go here and get on the road. Right there's a trail. There's a little trail that goes that way. Get on the road. But we're going to take this the whole way. I haven't been the whole way on this trail. So see, here's a clear trail. It cuts the dock trail in half. Oh, look at this. Imagine this looks nice. Nice little waterfall here. With the water coming down underneath the stump of the fallen tree and then down. You're looking for water, hon. There's no water. No water, precious. Back at the truck. Dad needs to bring a backpack next time. Wow, this is really rocky. Probably came out of when they were coal mining this area. Probably rocks from being dumped. This is probably a dumping ground. Oh, there's a little area here. I could get a little drink. Rocky stepping in it. Hey, come up here. Up here's some good stuff. Look at it. See, precious, you asked for water, you got water. Rocky made it dirty, though. What was that? I saw something black behind that tree and it just disappeared. Now I got the chills. What the hell? Something watching me out here. Here's another where the water would flow when it rains. They're here at this tree. Peeked around this tree. Looks like a water. Little spillway for rain. Probably you see more of the critters or whatever out there in the woods. If you watch this, you slow it down and whatever. I could have swore I seen something black behind that tree. You ever have the heebie-jeebies? Like, I think I need a couple GoPros. Put some on the dogs. Wow! You both pulling me. I want to say right up in here. Right up in here. I see something. Come on, let's go. Well, we hear the insects and the birds, so earlier when we started, we didn't hear the birds and insects. It gets thick in here. Look how thick. With the pine. Something could sleep under there. Under that pine. Rocky, you don't need to pull me. Really thick in through here. And I think a lot of our ancestors made this terrain because they were coal miners. And they dug out the dirt out of the mountains and the coal and made big piles in places. I was reading on the site that if you camp on the trail, you have to do it 25 feet off from the trail. I guess to be out of the way of other hikers. Wonder how many miles of trail this is, the Doc's Trail. We'll have to look on the map. Or on the post when we get at the end here. Rocky marking his trail so he can find his way back. We are on top of the hill that drops off pretty far. Yep. Been a couple weeks since I YouTubed. I'm going to take this and do a couple 10-second, 15-second clips. And then I'll put the whole thing on. If anybody wants to watch the whole trail experience. See, they cut that. All for them mountain bikers. This is nice weather for hiking. That 90-degree weather is for the birds. Well, at least the dogs think so. I guess too, because I wouldn't have drank enough water. Oh, look, sassafras. That's a sassafras leaf. Where are you? Is it the one above us? No, it's not the one above us. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's right over here. This tree here. No, is it? Yeah, it's this tree here. It's sassafras. They make a tea out of the roots. Yep. I think we're coming up here to the opening. And we gotta walk back to the truck. Not car. Truck. To the truck. What are those? I wonder what type of plants. I would Google that. Oh. Missy. You peed on the string, on your rope. Rocky keeps pulling. Something was here. That's turned over. Look at all the moss. Look out here. He like wants to get ahead of him for some reason. Look at her, how perky she is. This is an opening. Yeah. Well, some of these places that you go on trails on, it's best to stay on trail because you might fall into a coal hole. What are you doing, lady? You gonna pee? No? Get some of the slack. Here. They should do is, this would make a nice haunt. People hiding in the weeds out there. Like zombies and you see them back in the distance and then they start creeping forward while you're walking. Get back to the car. I'll give you guys a drink. You hear something, Rocky? Now the bugs are bothering me. And Rocky's pulling again, aren't you? Like, I want to go back to the truck. Don't worry, you guys are going to have a good walk today. Me too. Dad's in the mood for tacos, though. Soft tacos. Listen to that stream. I know we're coming to the end now. Because it sounds like it's right down over the hill. Freaking mosquito. Yeah, we better get moving. The mosquito's after me. Now we're in the sun. The sun's trying to peek out the clouds. Let's see, a little crack there in the clouds. I'll hear that. The stream's like right down there. Right down there. Something. It should be coming to the end soon. Kind of feel like I'm a prisoner because I'm in between the middle of these two. He's got the front and now she's in the back. The mosquitoes are getting me, Rocky. Oh, look at all that moss. Moss. It's a lot of moss. It's okay. Come on. Don't worry, we'll walk the main road back. I won't make you walk through the woods. Yeah. Giving me them looks, precious. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rocky keeps going and you stop. I almost run into you. Precious, precious. My precious. My little precious. What is that? At Christmas time holly? That's what that plant looks like. Holly. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Ooh. Got a few months. Till Christmas. Halloween's just around the corner. This is September. positive pull, negative drag. Nice leisure hike, Rocky. That's all it is. A nice leisure hike. Yep. Just follow the trail. And get home, we gotta look for ticky wickies. Spray it down with some vinegar. So tomorrow we will do another trail. Thursday we'll do a trail. Friday I got business to conduct. You okay? You're good? You okay there, young lady? She's losing her pep. Precious is losing her pep. Yep, let's get moving. The mosquitoes found me. The mosquitoes have found me. Yep. One got me on my arm already. I can feel it. Fucking Bill Gates experiment right here. Excuse my language. People get so rich and so bored that they have to mess with the peasants. They're so bored with each other on who has the amount of money. That used to be the thing. Who could get the most amount of money? Now it's kill the peasants off. Wonder how many are in their bunker right now, waiting this out. Wonder how many went underground already. Because I'm on my way to packing up my truck and finding someplace like out in the woods like this. Well, not really exactly like this, but definitely no trails or anything. There's a trail through there. It comes down through these. This was probably an open field at one time. Looks like somebody brought a weed whacker through here for them cyclists, because they had a race, a mountain bike race up through here. I don't know if this is one of the trails, but now the sun peeked out again, and the mosquitoes are gone. The sun needs to stay out. Yep, need to find a area. Just start living off the land. You're going tinky, okay. You've been going tinky every time you stop. Man, no, we're still not coming to the end. What? I hear the water. I hear the stream. It's like loud as day. To me. Yeah, I'm behind you, bud. Yeah. You don't have to worry. I'm behind you. The only one we really got to worry about is Sissy. She'll fall out. And Dad will have to carry her. Oh, we're getting some grassy area. Not mossy area. We're getting to a grassy area. Oh. Looks like a road through there at one time. That went down this way. Probably way back in the day when they were creating the turkey reserve. We're in the turkey reserve right now on where Weiser is. You coming? You coming? You gotta go to the trail. Unless you're gonna make your own trail, precious. Which you could. But I would bet you'd be loaded with ticks by the time we got home. Don't stop now. We gotta walk the road back to the truck. Bad I don't have another phone but we're in an area that does not get signal. You want to smell that, precious? No? Okay. I'm behind you. Okay. I don't know. Daddy would like tacos. But then pizza sounds good too. Gotta stop eating all this processed food. Yesterday I made, which I have now, is a cabbage, pepper, onion, tomato stew at home. Hopefully it's warm when I get home because I put it in a crock pot. Here's a there's birds. back here too. Birds. Some sort of bird. Keep looking at me like, Dad, really? That's what you do. You keep looking at me. And it's like, you know how these trails would get, Rocky. It would be like no end in sight. Our legs would be jelly by the time we would get back to the car. You need to find a good woman that will do this kind of hiking with me. But, of course not. Got all these women on Facebook dating and other sites saying, oh yeah, I love to hike. And then you see them wearing their packs and everything, and then you contact them. And I still think they're AI. They are AI. All the women online now are fake. And half of them can't spell. Half of them can't make a decent sentence. So then that makes me assume that it's a new AI program trying to learn me. Or it's some dude on the other end when it catfish you. I had 2 of those so far in my search for a girlfriend or I don't know why they're so dishonest. Okay, you're good. Oh, looking at me. I'm in the same boat as you, Rock. You gotta keep moving to get out of here. Yeah. You need a drink of water. You need to get back to the truck. Yeah. You know that you're the star of the show, right, Rocky? Miss Precious. Miss Precious is the co-star. Call this the Rocky and Precious show. Or the Rocky and Precious hiking show. Boy, if we would bring Belle, oh my lord. Can't contain that. She's like a little box of explosions. She's got so much energy. See a spot down there where I would camp. Right down there. Looks like a nice spot. Oh, what's we got here? Some Rocky, can you back up? She's got her leg caught. There we go. What do we got here? Some big ass boulders. Like 4 big boulders. That's here, and then we're going up the big boulder. What else we got to do today, Rocky? Huh? Besides make dinner. Daddy's got to make dinner. I know, you're probably hungry. We ate all them chicken hearts last night. Miss Precious, I don't know if she ate them or you, but oh, there's Holly. Them prickly things there. I dislike them. I dislike the holly with the pricklies. No, get moving. You don't have to keep looking at me. Get moving. I don't know that look. That looks like, Dad, I need a drink. I need one too. Yeah, your tongue's hanging out. Maybe we'll find a little water hole in the way when we get up to the road. And mosquitoes are back. Get in the sun. Chase them away. There we are. We're in the sun now. They're still flying around. Bill Gates' genetic experiment. Trying to change people's DNA. You guys want to take a break? We can sit down. No? Little Cessna. Where is it? Oh, not even, yeah, a little Cessna. You get ahead of me, Precious. For a couple days, my ears wouldn't stop ringing. It was really bad. I have it right now, but it's like in the background. But sometimes it comes to the forefront, and that's all I hear is ringing. And then it drives me nuts, and then I feel sick to the stomach. Come on, get going, Precious. Oh, look, where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, this looks familiar. This looks familiar. We might be at the end. Go down this little gully. Go ahead. Pull us up the hill, Rocky. I'll pull Precious up. Nope. Boy, she's really pulling the opposite direction. Pretty soon they'll have a tug of war. All right, tell me, what is, what is the, I can't read the, 1 hour, 18 minutes. Got some good stuff here, Rocky. 1 hour and 18 minutes. Get going. These. I think the road might be up there somewhere. We're lost. We're lost, Rocky. That would be nice firewood. Oh, here we are. Here's some water. Good drink. There you go, good drink. Good stuff, huh? Where are you going? You need to come this way. Let her get up here. Are you going to checking things out too? Like, oh, our little paws. Okay. It cool you off? A little bit cool you off, huh? Yeah? Oh, it didn't hit you. It didn't hit your your bladder yet. You're in the lead. path that goes that way. There you go. Yeah, we're getting close. I hear vehicles. Must be getting close to the road. Gotta get you two trained. Retrain you guys to do like you're doing now. One in the front, one in the rear, and Dad in the middle. When we go hiking, way you guys can protect Daddy. Huh? What do you think, Rock? Yeah? You like to go hiking some more? Oh, Miss Precious is taking a stop. She's sniffing something back there. You coming? Yeah, some firewood here. Lots and lots of firewood. Did somebody take a poop there? Sit on the log and take a poop? Yeah, listen to that. I smell poop. Somebody pooped. Oh, you farted. One of you two farted. It's like, Dad, you ever take me on one of these hikes again, I'm going to kick your butt. Is that right? Is that what you're thinking? You really thinking that? Well, wait till we get home. I'm going to rough you up, woman. Uh-huh. We'll rough you up, woman. We're going to have a wrestling match. You, on the other hand, we all three going to have a wrestling match. You're all going to be, oh, Daddy, I'm hungry. And I'm going to be like, nope, I'm not feeding you today. What are you stopping for, bro? You guys sniffing stuff? What is there? Oh, now he's on the roll. He says, I'm going to go now. coming up somewhere. I hear cars, and we can walk away back to the truck. If nobody brings their other dogs out here, we'll be fine. And anyway, according to state regulation, you gotta have your dog on a leash anyway when you're on a trail. Because you come up to some hikers or some bikers, and my two love to jump on people, and they got sharp claws, sharp nails. It's over there somewhere in that thicket. Let's go. Take this and I'll be able to do all sorts of things. This will be content for this week. I have content every day. It's just that I gotta take the camera out and film it. I get depressed. I get so depressed. I think that's what's wrong with Precious. She's depressed too. Alright. What I might do is stop this video for Doc's Trail, or Doc Smith's Trail, and then I'll just do like in the Valley Road when we get to it. Want to walk on our way back to the truck, Rocky. I hear people, I hear cars. So, let's go. Yep, we hear cars, don't we, Rocky? That's getting you excited. Getting you excited, huh? I think Precious might get her second win. Usually what happens when we get on a hike like this. Oh, there's another. We're close to that. So I know we're almost at the end. My glasses are falling off my nose. What? Let me come over here. Oh, looks like somebody left a Twisted Tea. Is that what that is? That's a Twisted Tea. Half drunk. Just left their garbage there. Oh, there's the road. So, yep. Down there is the road. You see the car pass here. We're almost done, Rock, with the road part. I mean, with the hiking part. Then we'll get to the regular road and we'll get back to the truck. Did you hear something back there? I swear something was following us earlier. Yeah. You hear something? Besides the truck. Oh, Rock, he's on. He's picked up speed now. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get out of these woods. It's Precious back there. How are you doing? You doing okay, young lady? Huh? Keep up with your brother? No? No? See, now you guys are stopping to smell the roses. This should intersect with Rattling Creek Trail somewhere. Yeah, Upper Dolphin School Bus. They're not picking us up there. Well, guess where we are at? We're at the Lake and Valley Road. And this is Doc's Trail. Doc Smith's Trail and Lake and Valley Road. Alright.